I'm here representing North Kent College. I'm stood here with Mike today. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
I'm here stood with Miss...
It's Dorothy Looms.
And first, David Attenborough. Have you heard of him?
I have, yeah.
He's got his new show out, 7 Worlds, 1 Planet. First opinions on it? Anything, if you've seen it at all?
It's very good. I think David Attenborough is very knowledgeable. It comes across as he's really interested in the subject matter that he's making, and the cinematography is great, as always.
Yeah. Dorothy. And you said that you've seen David Attenborough's new show.
I did watch it on
Do you enjoy
Sunday.
it?
Very much, very much.
And what do you think, that prior to that, before you watched it, did you have high expectations?
I mean, I have seen his other programmes, and I've always been impressed with the filming and the way he's gone about things and how amazing, the wildlife and that is in all the different countries. And I thought, do I really want to see another one? But I did watch it, and I did enjoy it very much.
Yeah. Now, there is maybe an underlying message that maybe he's trying to shy from blaming humans for climate change. Not all the blame should be on people. I mean, have you got an opinion on it?
No, I mean, obviously there's a natural course for everything, but I do feel we've not helped very much at all. I think we've increased the climate change exponentially, really. So,
okay. So, as you know, he's a huge influence on activists. He knows his facts. He knows what he's talking about. There is this underlying message. He may be trying to shy away from blaming humans, from 100%. They're not the full cause of climate change. Do you believe it was due to happen anyway?
Ooh, that's a big question. And I don't really know enough about the situation, to be perfectly honest. Yes, I'd have thought it was, huge human influence, sort of self-destruction, really. Yeah. But I'm no authority, I'm afraid, to answer that.
No. And obviously there is a lot of news going around now, maybe plastic waste in the oceans not helping at all. And Greta Thunberg, she's a huge advocate for this, climate change awareness. Speaking prior, you didn't know much about Greta Thunberg. But
no.
Have you heard the name at all?
No.
No. Well, she's a 16-year-old. She's from Sweden, leads protests about climate change. She recently spoke at the UN. A very compelling message. I'll ask you, have you heard of a man named Boyan Slat?
no.
So Boyan, he's at 16, so same age Greta is. He's now 25. Through those 9 years, he's created the world's first clean plastic cleanup system for the ocean.
Okay.
It's again 16. It's incredible. He now leads a cleanup crew. No economic disadvantage whatsoever. It's clean energy. Boyan Slat, when he was 16, he designed the world's first ocean cleanup system, which means plastic and all that. He's trying to rid that from the ocean. No environmental impacts whatsoever, and yet he's done this quietly. No media coverage. So I mean, who do you feel who's morally right in what they're doing? Greta, where she says she goes to the UN, she gives these talks, leads protests, or Boyan, where he's doing things but doing them quietly?
Oh, definitely Boyan. Yeah. I mean, Greta, I feel, has been. I think she came to prominence with one piece of film, and people have latched onto her as a spokesperson, and you can tell sometimes when she's talking that she doesn't know the scientific facts behind what she's saying, whereas it sounds like this Boyan person really does know and has taken that to the good extremes.
Well, thank you, Mike, for coming.
No
Thank you for
problem.
agreeing for this interview. I've been Elliott. Thank you for watching. So, I mean, who would you go to more about environmental, being clean, being resourceful?
Well, it'd be interesting to know how he was planning on going about, cleaning it all up. I don't know.
Was using sort of rafts to try and net the plastic together, to try and bring it in.
Huge operation.
I
When you
believe
think
it's...
how far flung all this plastic is.
how far
into
it
the
goes.
Oceans,
Yeah.
But because I don't really know either, I couldn't say who I'd go to.
The question is, was it due to happen anyway?
Oh,
I don't know.
If only we did.
Nice.
When you think about the Earth and all that's going on, you know, in the centre of the Earth and everything, I mean, things are always changing. I mean, if you go back to the Ice Age and that, you would never think all these millions of years that, you know, we'd end up with this. So it's very difficult to have a layman's opinion on it, whether it would happen anyway or not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh, thank you very much for your time.
Oh,
I
you're
appreciate
very
you coming
welcome.
out.